So you guys, I put her in the room with the kids. So my daughter slept in the other bed, and I let my grandmother sleep in her bed. And so during the night, she's getting up, poking the kids, trying to see if they real, y'all. And she's talking like, is this real? What is this? Because she don't know where she's at. Then after that, my daughter had her eye peeked over like this, like a pirate. Like, what is she doing? She's constantly poking her. And my daughter said she didn't want to get up and say nothing to her because it would have startled her. So then my grandmother goes to the window and she's peeking out the window looking for like a whole hour. So by this time, my daughter kind of slips out the room and was like, came in my room, was like, Mom, Granny is looking out the window. And she won't stop looking out the window. And I was like, looking out the window? She said, yeah, she keep poking us in the head, trying to see if we real or something. I don't know what's wrong with her. So I come down the hallway, and I'm kind of making a little noise so I wouldn't startle her, so she would at least turn around and stop looking out the window, you guys. So then she comes, and I said, Granny, you okay? Yeah, I'm trying to figure, what is this thing? And she's poking my daughter back in the head. She poking the other daughter back in the head because the one that came to my room was already with me. She's like, I'm trying to figure out what this is. Is it real? It's so soft, but it looks real. I said, oh my God. Y'all, so I said, Granny, that's Pooh. That's your great-granddaughter. She said, oh, okay then. So she finally goes to sleep. Y'all, I didn't know that when you get dementia, you forget how to do certain things like take a shower, brush your teeth, use the bathroom. You guys, she wasn't using the restroom. She was getting Kroger bags. What is my experience with Kroger bags, honey? I lie not to you. Y'all, I would not get on here and lie on my sweet grandmother. She was using Kroger bags to urinate in and then hanging them on the door handle. I said, well, wait a minute now. So my daughter came and she said, Mommy, Granny's hanging, they call her Grandma Maddie. Grandma Maddie hanging Kroger bags on the door. And I'm just to let her hang Kroger bags. I mean, pick and choose your battles. Ain't no wrong with that. She said, no, Mommy, she's peeing. And I said, well, did she double bag it? Hold on. I said, how many? She was like, about 2 or 3 of them. I said, why you didn't say? She was like, I just didn't notice it till she tried to shut the door and she heard flub. Like a water bag, like flub, hit the door. She was like, and I looked, and it's pee. I said, oh my God. So I told my granny, I said, Granny, you got to use the bathroom in here. And, you know, in the bathroom or whatever. Y'all, I had to take them bags, and baby, I was balancing them suckers. I'm like, oh my God. So then one time, I said, okay, at this point, maybe she doesn't know to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to buy her like some little Depends, y'all. Now, in this moment, you guys, I'm laughing, but at this time, I was so distraught because I have never, we're talking about a high-functioning woman, honey, that worked at the hospital, sold, traveled, did all kinds of stuff, and then to watch her be broken down to not knowing how to do daily activities and stuff like that was heartbreaking in the same. But so this has been back in 2000 and I don't know what it was, early 2000, mid 2000 something. So now I can laugh about it. But at that time, honey, nothing. When I say nothing about this was funny. And so I gave her a bath one day because I was like, okay, maybe she don't remember how to take a bath. So I gave her a bath and I gave her her clothes and stuff. And I gave her this Depend to put on, you guys. So she comes out the bathroom. She's fully dressed. And I'm like, okay, then. But I noticed her butt is like super big. And I'm like, wait a minute. But it don't look right. It's like flat. Now, my grandmother had a little flat booty. She had a little flat booty, but it was sticking out this way. And I'm like, what's going on? Okay, what's going on? I know she ain't got no BBL. What is going on? Y'all, she had put the things on like it was a pad. I said, no, honey, your time of that is over. That's panties. You pull them up. So I had to help her pull them up. Y'all, I said, oh my God. So my husband at the time was like, ooh, what is going on? He was like, I can't believe this. I said, me neither. So we were so tired because I was sleeping on the floor in front of her door because she would wander at night, you guys. I'm sleeping on the floor like a dog to keep her from creeping out of the room and going off walking somewhere, and we would lose her or what have you. We was tired from that. We had to watch her 24/7. God forbid when the sundowners came, she wigged out on you, honey. So one day she's looking out of the window and I'm in the living room not paying her no attention. And I hear this man saying, why are you doing that, miss? Stop it. Stop it. And I'm like, what what is he talking about? And the man kept saying, Miss, why are you doing that? And I'm looking, so I get up and come in there. First of all, she's hanging out, she's looking out the window. My son, which is my youngest son, maybe he was about 2 or 3. He's hanging out the window, like teetering. You know the metal part when you open up the window? He's there. Half his body is out. His legs ain't even touching the floor. So I grab him. He hanging out the window with her. Now, I had went to Sally's, the beauty store, you guys. I don't know if you had that in your area. And I had bought like these little shampoos and conditioners that were like $1, but they were a good brand. She was throwing the shampoos at a maintenance dude, like chucking a bunch of them. Bow. I told you to bow. Wash your hair, bow, condition that junk. And so the man was like, man, why are you doing that? Only reason why he didn't cuss her out, you guys, because she was an older lady. And I told her, I said, get out the window, get out the window. And I looked out and I said, what is going on? He was like, she keeps throwing these shampoo and conditioner bottles at me, and I don't understand why she's doing it. And I told her, I said, I am so sorry. I said, my grandmother has dementia, and I didn't know she was doing it. He was like, oh. He said, well, I'm just going to gather them up and put them in front of your door. I'm like, please, because, honey, I need some good shampoo right about now. I'm stressing. My hair about to come out, messing with this little lady right here. So I told her, I said, don't be in the window anymore. I said, he's hanging out the window. You're hanging out the window, and you can't throw stuff at people. So now she cops an attitude. I want a Pepsi. So I get a 2-liter out the thing. Now, mind you, listen, you guys, the living room is this way, right? The kitchen table's right here. She turns in her chair. Can I get some ice? Had a whole entire attitude. Let me tell you something about Maddie. Maddie was the sweetest thing, honey, since pumpkin pie, honey. She never had an attitude, never yelled, never screamed, never none of that. Honey, she had a whole attitude. She turned this way for like 2 hours, drinking on her little Pepsi and sipping on her drink, and she didn't talk to nobody. Looking at the stove, y'all, giving much attitude for 2 hours. I said, my God, this woman is wearing me out. So one day, we decided to take her we went to go get her some nightgowns because she had, people with dementia don't eat properly. So she had lost a lot of weight. And the clothes that I had brought her, I couldn't bring everything for her. So she ended up being real frail. So I take her to this store and I'm getting her a nightgown. And so I told my daughter, I said, sit outside, because she was getting tired of walking through the store. I said, sit, they had like a bench in between where the shopping carts was. I said, sit out there with Granny. I said, and watch her. And then I'm just going to grab some items or whatever. And grab her little items and come on out. Now, mind you, it's around 2 o'clock. Sundowners. Honey, I come out the store. 2 black ladies, a white lady, and somebody else was standing there looking at me crazy. And they're standing by my grandmother. And I'm like, okay, so what's going on? By this time, I'm like, what? I'm thinking there's about to be a fight popping out. What's going on? We're not trying to be nosy. But she said, you taking her money. What? So my daughter's sitting there. She was like, she just started telling them. And I'm like, she was like, they said, you're taking her money. You're in there shopping. I said, I appreciate your concern. I said, my grandmother has dementia. And I pulled the stuff out of it. I said, this right here are her clothes. I'm buying her night clothes. And I said, it's around 2 o'clock. She's getting sun. And they was like, oh my God. And the one lady was like, my grandmother, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, so that's what's happening. We're going to go ahead and get her back in the house or whatever. But I appreciate your concern. They was like, she just started telling us that you was taking her money and you was robbing her. Now, mind you, let me go back. My uncle was known for stealing from her for years and had been busted for years. And so in her mind, the only thing she could ever remember in life was that he stole from her. So she was hiding money. Like I would get like a little of her money out the bank and then I would just give it to her because I felt bad of treating her like a kid, I guess. So I would give her money and she would roll it up. Like, honey, roll it like weed paper, honey. This is how she was rolling this money. Say this is a $20 bill. She could roll that sucker, y'all. I lie not to you. She could roll it to this small. And then she would stick it in her pocket. You know when you have like a pair of pants on in the pocket, you go down, it's that little pointy part of the pocket. She would stuck it all the way down there. because she thinks somebody taking her money. Y'all, the last bit of this story, I took her to the doctor. Now, mind you, money come up missing out of my purse. Now, this is my money. This is my money. I left my purse somewhere. She went in my purse and took my money. I said, you gonna rob Pinky? You gonna rob me in my own home, Maddie? So I took her to the doctor, you guys, to get her a checkup. And I think the nursing home needed, like, proof that she really had, you know, dementia, so they knew where to put her in the facility if it needed to be where she couldn't go outside without, you know, assistance or whatever. So I take her to the doctor or whatever down here. Honey, they was like, okay, then, well, let me check your feet. So they did some kind of test, like, well, what day is it? Well, what was yesterday? Who's the president? They did some type of thing like that where they knew from her responses that she had it. So they was like, take your shoes off. We want to check your feet. You make sure that her toenails and everything were good. You know, older people don't clip their toenails. She didn't want to take that one shoe off. So she bending her feet like this, so she don't want to take that one shoe out. So he was like, it's okay, it's okay. So she had her little shoes on, she had some socks on. Y'all, they took her shoe off. Finally got her, convinced her to take her shoe off. She had like this big thing in the bottom of her sock. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she got a wart on her heel. So I'm like, they was like, what's going on with this right here? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe, I know she had the bunions removed up in the front, but this is on the heel. Let me see. So she trying to bend her foot so I can't take her sock off. Y'all, and I found it. I said, Granny, you got to let me take her sock off. So I went on and took it off. It was a pile of money. She had took my, I said, that's my $40. Girl, I couldn't even say nothing in front of the doctor. He was like, oh, so she's keeping money. And I said, I guess so. That's why she's limping around the house, huh? And so when the doctor left, I said, you're going to give me back my $40 you took from me. I don't care if you kept the rest because I had gave her somebody. She had balled it up, y'all, and put it in her foot and was scooting around the house with my $40. It was just some type of disrespect. I told the kids, I said, I'm robbing your granny when she go to sleep. I'm going to get that $40. I said, she keep the rest, but I'm going to get my $40, y'all. You guys, I got to tell you how we had to take her up to the nursing home, child. And I almost got pulled over by the police. Y'all, but that's going to be the story for Friday because this video done got too long. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, you guys. Go ahead and get the videos a thumbs up and go ahead and have comments. Click the bell for notifications so you'll know when we have a new video posted, which will be on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays if the Lord say the same and the creek don't rise or they don't work me at my job. Follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and also on TikTok under I Love to Giggle too. And also check me out on Facebook under I Love to Giggle. I'll see you on Friday. Peace.